Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Call O'Clock! With 3 packages to open, one from a subscriber to my lovely PO box address, and the other 2 that I made from bricklink.com. Let's dig in! Right, well as always we have to start with our generous subscriber package, and I think, or at least I suspect, that I know what is in this because I received an email about it in advance, but it only just arrived today, so it's just made the cut for inclusion in today's video, and it's a Bricklink order made on my behalf for, yes it is, some parts for our big conveyor belt that we got in a previous subscriber package from Sally and Edward. So it's these 2 parts here which look very old and very rare and quite fragile, so it's probably very few of these that have actually survived the time since 1974 and sets like 360 gravel quarry. And it's to add basically to this setup here. So essentially it is a conveyor that would take gravel out of the quarry and then raise it up in height so it could be dumped into the back of a lorry. And I've got the sort of frame, I've got the lower wheel, I've got the belt, and I think these 2 basically sit at the very bottom of this, and I can't see, yeah, that one's a bit wider than that, so that goes like that, and I think it essentially holds it like that, but I'm missing one vital part, and that Sally said that she's sourcing from somewhere else and will be on its way as well. So I think the wider part is another one of these reels, except it's got a handle on, and I think it's a bit wider, so I think it'll clip in there. So essentially it'll look like this, with a handle on there that you can spin that will turn this around, that keeps pinging around, and it will collect things in this little bucket, or maybe you tip it from the bucket onto the conveyor belt. Yeah, that's probably how it works, isn't it? But either way, even in static form, it looks great. I absolutely love it. Some of these really old parts are amazing, and I'd never seen this until Sally sent me the first part, and it really got my juices flowing. So yeah, I think that's what encouraged her to try and find me the other parts. So I've had them on my list, but she's beaten me to it, so I shan't be looking for them myself. Because I think they're on the way, but do let me know if not, Sally, and I'll source to handle the last vital bit on my own. I think there is actually something that clips on here which is just a stand, but I think it's just 2 legs. I don't think they've got a Lego connection at the bottom actually, so yeah, I don't think that's as important, and basically we can rest it on any old set of bricks we want there, or even have it horizontally. Kind of looks very much like a factory conveyor belt as well, of course. Could have all sorts of toys going along here in a Santa's workshop or something like that. But yeah, really nice. So thanks again for that, Sally. You're spending all of your money on me and my purchases for my industrial area. So yeah, I just love that profile. Really, really good and very different from everything else that I'll be putting around my harbour. The new one in Brick Nottingham 2.0. Right, so I've got 2 packages here, and I'm going to start off with this one, which, for its little descriptor in my list of packages that are either on their way or already received, was Yellow Wagon. And that's because I was looking at very old train sets, kind of trying to get some inspiration, but also just because I love collecting all of these cargo wagons. And I was looking at set 7735 freight train from 1985, the 12-volt era where everything was powered by that sort of central electrified rail. And I just loved the yellow wagon at the back of it. It kind of looks to me like a brake wagon, which is, well, does what it says on the tin really. It's the wagon at the back where you have a brake in case the whole thing becomes separated from the locomotive, so it won't come to a sticky end. I think everything has automated brakes now, so you don't see them so much. Kind of the same job as a caboose actually, just without that very characteristic sort of North American sort of turret thing that goes on the top. But yeah, it looks absolutely great. So I don't have to use it as a brake van, given I've got a caboose on the back of my cargo train, though if I do split it, I could have a brake van on the other one. But yeah, I could just use it as a transport wagon on its own anyway, and it could just use that sliding door to get goods in and out, and there's a passenger door for, well, people who want to load the stuff on. So I didn't have very many parts for that build, so I needed quite a few to be able to complete it. And I was looking on Bricklink, and essentially somebody had virtually all the parts I needed for it. So I thought, oh, given they're all in one place, I'm in. I'm going to go for it. So let's see what we've got for this. We've got one pair of yellow doors that were only on 2 sets. And it only needs 1 on each side for this smaller wagon. So that is why we don't need 2 pairs, but they are absolutely lovely. So they won't be clipping together. They'll just be on opposing sides. Fantastic. Got 2 of these old style train windows with that sort of rebate there, and there should be some glass elsewhere, so they're really hard to get your hands on as well. Very nice. A couple of the slides for the top in yellow to support that door, and the ones on the bottom in black, so that's good. What else is going to this? Here we go, some train doors. So we need a pair of these, and there we go. That one's a bit grubby, but I think that'll all just clean up. Yep, that's absolutely fine. And if you remember, was it 1 brick haul or 2 brick hauls ago, I got some yellow stickers which were for the cab of the kind of digger that also goes on the rails. It's got sort of road wheels and rail wheels, and these are the doors that I was going to put those Lego train logos on, you know, the double pointed arrow with the circle in the middle. So that is where I'm going to move those stickers onto these 2 doors using my patented hot tea technique, of course. So yeah, that is the mystery of where they were going to go. So 2 lovely yellow doors. Here are the roof pieces in old light grey, which I really like for sort of things like this, because it's sort of a nastier grey in a way. It's a bit more sort of drab. And if you think about the life that a wagon like this would lead, it would look a bit more drab because it'd be filthy, wouldn't it? After all of the sort of rail tunnels and just being open to the elements all the time. So I think that is perfect. And that is pretty much the length of the whole wagon, obviously. Oh no, because there's a little bit on the end, isn't there? Which has got those sort of kind of fence panel pieces where you can go up to a ladder and get that view that you would have got from a caboose if you were in North America. So there we go, that's those 2, which means that this must be some parts for it. Come back to that later. I think I bought more than I needed, but just for the texture bricks for the side. I think I might have been trying to augment the original build here, and probably just as important as all of the other bits are all the glassware, because we need the proper train windows. So they go on these bits. Oh, lovely. Classic parts. Fantastic. And in good condition, actually. You would have thought they'd be a bit more scratched than that, and I'd have to polish them out, but they're really good condition. And then we've got 2 train door ones as well, which are also good. Golly, sometimes you order these, and because they're so old, they're in a real state. But to be honest, you can actually buy these, the door ones anyway, brand new from Lego, because they're still using these pieces in several sets. So yeah, they're still available. I think you can get them in a couple of colours, brand new. So there you go. But they look lovely. So that great big heap is for 1 build. And then we've got all sorts of other parts that I bought while I was there, as usual. Good, good. Oh, there's one more actually. There is an old grey ladder, or part of it, to get up to that top sort of viewing section. Oh, here are those parts actually. The ones with the yellow stickers on. So those are the stickers that I'm going to move onto the doors once I've cleaned them up. And I think that'll look, oh yes, really smart. Very nice indeed. Because I think the original had some stickers from that set, but those are really hard to get and probably even harder to get in good condition. But I thought these would be a suitable replacement for my city. So yeah, very good indeed. Right, let's go on to these big parts on the right first. And I think I've had this one before with this lovely kind of holographic sticker on that I thought could be almost moved onto another piece, or on this one maybe as a kind of pillar one side of a door or something like that. Looks very grand. I don't know if it'd be in my Ninjago city when I eventually get to that in the new Lego room, or if it would be part of the cantina decor or something like that. So I think I've had that one before, but I wanted a second one for the pair. But then these came on the same set as well. So that was 7644, the MX-81 hypersonic operations aircraft. Wow, from 2008, from the Mars mission line. And yeah, I just thought these were really good as well. Same sort of decor, so I could use these, I don't know, above the door or something like that. Or maybe they could go that way, above the door. Yeah, you can sort of imagine it now. I mean, I might move them onto separate pieces, but that altogether looks absolutely amazing, doesn't it? Imagine a doorway that looks like that. Very cool indeed. And they've all got that same sort of electronic circuit type hologrammatic flavour to them. So yeah, I really like that. I'm glad I bought those. They were quite cheap, so really good. We've got the torso here from the Squid Warrior that came in two Atlantis sets like 8061, Gateway of the Squid from 2010. And I just wanted a couple of these, which I've had one already, just so I can give some red legs and the new shrimp or prawn kind of head. Where's that going? There we are, in there, to make a kind of new Atlantis character to go on the bottom level of my cabinet. So I've got two of these. One was donated and I bought one because the head bit was on bricks and pieces, but it's crazy expensive. It's about £4 or definitely £3 anyway. So a bit overpriced, but somebody was generous and I was generous to myself. And with that torso, I think it will fit right in. Give it a trident. Looks awesome. So there we go. We've got a second one of those. Brown bit there. Can't remember where I got that. A bogey plate. I think that was a good price. Always get them when I can. Now this, this is just a normal sort of half barrel or tub or something like that, but it's in a very unusual colour in that it's medium lime, apparently. It does look quite like normal lime, if I'm completely honest with you, but it was advertised as medium lime. Maybe it's slightly different, but that was unique to 5861 Fairy Island, a Belleville set from 2003. So it would appear that I'm collecting barrels of different colours now. My name is Robin and I am a brick addict. So there we go. That is a completely stupid collection thing to collect. Though here's a non-stupid thing to collect, but I've probably said that I should stop collecting 100 times, and it is a magma drone from the 8971 Aerial Defence Unit set from 2009, which is an agent set. And I've just been collecting these for ages to get kind of a army for my magma commander to lead, and they'll just be marching through silently, or maybe going bip bop boop as they go, destroying people with their guns, or maybe they'll be having a great big fight with all of the foot soldiers from Shredder's army. Who knows? But yeah, I really must start doing something with these armies. But he's in very good condition. I think he's supposed to have a grey stud in between there and there, but that doesn't matter. I'll have one of those spare. And he looks absolutely great. So there's another reason why my name is Robin and that I am a brick addict. We've got two tiles in old grey. I think they're for the roof sections of that. This I just saw. Dark red kind of little, well, cone, I suppose you'd call it. But I'm going to use that as a fez hat, which is kind of a Turkish style hat, I suppose. It wasn't my invention. It was used in, amongst other things, I think the characters in the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade sets for exactly that use. So yeah, that's not novel to me, but I quite liked it. I just saw it and it reminded me of that. And that means you can have a very angry fez wearing character in the city. So that'll be great. So this very angry head is from the season 7 Evil Knight. And I just got that because, well, I've got a lot of those characters, but I might even just use it as any old knight at my joust. Just maybe somebody who just lost, who got knocked off their horse, or somebody who's evil, because he has got bright red eyes. Lovely. Very good indeed. Talking of heads, here is a headdress, which I hadn't seen before, so I thought I'd buy it. And it's kind of, I don't know, a bit sort of Aztec or Inca-like, I think. Now, the one I was aware of is a very decorated version. It's all sort of red and yellow and blue and green and everything. And it costs about £5 or something. And I've got nothing to use it on, so I didn't get one. But then when I saw this one, just the plain one, which is actually unique to 7410 Jungle River from 2003, I thought, yeah, I might get that one actually, because it was about 10% of the price at about 50p. And I thought, I don't know where I'm using that either. So ideas for that, please, gang. But yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? So maybe a museum, I don't know. But let's take off the fez and see how that looks. Oh yeah, it could be a very angry high priest. Though he can barely see with that in front of his eyes, can he? He'll have to look very sort of sideways at people. Yeah, because I think that's the sort of beak of whatever this headdress is supposed to represent. But yeah, Very interesting piece. And then we've just got a few more in here, sort of printed and stickered stuff as usual. And I'd seen these before, but they hadn't been available in a store that I shopped from. They were from the 8250, the pneumatic but very leaky Search sub, given it hasn't got any glass on it at all. Even the Technic pieces would let in all of the water, if you ask me. But anyway, yeah, so I had panels from that before with that sort of sticker on the sides, but I never had the tails. So I thought I could move these onto one of my sub builds eventually, and it could be U-97, or maybe that would be wreckage under the sea, maybe of even a U-boat from the war or something like that, which could have been U-97, and it's got what looks like a shark on it and a sort of blue band. So hopefully I can move those and they're not too old. The last tail I got that was similar to this with a, I think it was an orca on it. It was so badly sun damaged that I just couldn't move it because it was falling apart every time you tried to get the corner up. So hopefully these are a bit better off so I can move them using my patented hot tea technique. Oh yes, lovely. So they're very nice. Then we've got another panel here, which has got kind of a rocket launch on it. What looks like almost a comet actually flying in, and a launch and a sort of countdown and all the rest of it. So that looks really nice. That came from 6454 Countdown Corner, which sounds an odd name to me, from 1999, which was a spaceport set with a great big rocket with a sort of play feature sort of noisy bit on it. And I think this is actually on the side of the rocket, which is an odd place to put it, but nonetheless it seems to have windows, and this was on one of them. So there you go. That's where that comes from. No idea where I'm going to use that, but I quite liked it, and it was pennies. So yeah, I thought I'll have that, and I'll stick it in my collection. Maybe I'll have a space centre one day, who knows. Now I've had this before, but I only got one, and there are two here, so I thought I'd get both in case one was damaged. So I definitely have a pair of these lovely sort of electric circuit eyes, and they look really nice actually. So now I've got three, so I could even make a three-eyed monster. Oh wow, that's a brilliant idea I just had. I hadn't planned that. That's a brilliant idea. I'm going to have three-eyed monster using these now. So they came from 8245, Robot's Revenge from 1998, which is a Technic set. So yeah, three-eyed monster, you can imagine that, can't you? I wish I'd fished out the other one now, but that looks absolutely great. I'm excited for that. And then this was a really interesting one. Look at this 2x2 tile with a kind of, what, sort of magenta coloured bird. It almost looks like a sort of quail or something. And a orange coloured sort of fish, kind of like a flounder. What on earth is that? Well, it came in 3 sets, all Belleville, including 5872, Golden Land from 2003, yeah, well, it's just very curious, isn't it? I'd love to have loads of them to just do a whole floor of someplace in them, but I imagine that would be quite hard to do because it's the first time I've ever seen one. But maybe it's a piece of art instead on somebody's wall or in an art gallery or something like that. I've definitely seen art like this. Almost looks like sort of Portuguese tiles that they're very famous for all over their train stations and stuff, which got very bright images on. So yeah, that looks really good. Oh, when I saw the picture for that set, the Golden Land, I got really excited because I thought, oh my word, there's a lavender coloured parrot there. I don't have a lavender coloured parrot. Anyway, I checked the inventory and it's just a really bad picture of a pink one, which I do have. So yeah, it's just showing that in a bad light. So it proves that my addiction powers are very strong because I was quite excited for a few moments. Anyway, that's very nice. And then last but not least, it's more kind of stickers along this sort of train of thought and more sort of electric circuits really. Oh, that's not very well placed though. That is quite badly damaged. I might be able to save that by scraping the back and adding a bit more glue, but it's a bit harder when they're transparent. But oh well, I just really like the imagery of these. Seem to have some letters here with circuit board patterns and a skull here as well with the same sort of thing, and they are pretty cool. Now they came on the set 7713, which is an Exo4 set, Bridgewalker and White Lightning from 2006, which is an awesome looking set. Wow, look at that. A massively tooled up kind of scout walker with a very sort of fearsome looking head on it, but with even more fearsome firepower. Look at those guns. Wow. I wouldn't want to be White Lightning, who looks like he might be on the receiving end of all of that firepower. But yeah, I thought if there was some sort of electronics manufacturer or I don't know, maybe even an advert. No, it looks more like something industrial, doesn't it? I thought I could use these, you know, and it might be the same place as this, or in my cantina, or maybe just on some cargo or something, yeah. Or maybe this monster's got more sort of circuitry stickers on him, who knows. But anyway, yeah, I thought that was very good indeed. Well, as if that wasn't enough, that awesome display, which I'm dying to use half of to make this yellow wagon, I've also got another package. And this is very slim because it is just full of stickers, which I pre-opened so I didn't hack into them in my exuberance. And it's a great big wedge of sticker sheets because I was just looking for one for a set that I was trying to kind of rebuild that I pieced together, and it was about the only one in the entire country, about 50p, one of those jungle sets, the half track one. I finally got that in kind of a mixed auction, so I thought, given the stickers were completely peeling off that I would just get a new sheet. And yeah, so when I bought that first one, the only one in the UK I think it was at the time, for about 50 pence, I realised that this person had absolutely loads, and I absolutely adore people who don't use stickers because that means I can have them and I can use them. So anyway, I bought all sorts, and I'm quite keenly priced. So yeah, I've been a bit a bit generous to myself, I suppose. So there's this great big scroll type one, which is very interesting, from Ninjago. Oh no, from Overwatch, this one. 75971, Hanzo versus Genji from 2019. So yeah, I'll probably use that in Ninjago though. I got two of this, which have got a kind of hospital chart on and a hospital curtain. Don't know where I'm going to use that yet, but I think it was mainly for the clipboard because that really could be used anywhere, really. Somebody looking at cargo in my cargo yard, or somebody at the train station, or something like that. So it could be anything. And they came in 76398, Hogwarts Hospital Wing from 2022. Which is a set where Harry Skywalker gets his robotic hand installed after the Slytherin baddie chopped it off, of course. So that is good. There's some older ones here. Ooh, a bit stuck to each other, but we can be careful separating them. And I got three of these, partially because they were cheap, and partially because they're very cool. Because I really like this one with the danger on and the skull and crossbones symbol, but it's with a Lego skull. So I really like that. So we got 6 of those for some dangerous chemicals somewhere. So that came on the set 76050. Crossbones is Hazard Heist from 2016, which is clearly a COVID-based set, given that everyone is doing social distancing in that picture. But yeah, that's really good. Oh, and there's another one there. I think I've used these stickers before somewhere. I can't exactly remember where at the moment. Yeah, I could definitely do with more of them because I just love them. And then if we've got some pirates somewhere, they can have loads of skull and crossbones as well. And then we've got this one, which has got the sort of cobra snake on it and these crossed katana swords, which can be on long hanging banners. And I kind of thought these could either be at my dojo, sumo wrestling place, or maybe they could be for Shredder's army of foot soldiers, and they could be carrying these in amongst the other ones which have got their sort of foot logo, because I thought it looked quite in their colour scheme. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That came in 71735, the Tournament of Elements from 2021, which I always say I should have bought because I've used practically every part of that and bought it on a million different hauls, and now I've even got the sticker sheet, so I really should have done back in the day. Then we've got the first of several Friends ones, and I can quite honestly say I don't know why I bought this one. I mean, it's quite a cute little sort of opening sign there for Yvette's. And these can make a sort of 3D sign like in that original set. But yeah, I'm kind of almost embarrassed I bought this. But anyway, they're from the 41699 Pet Adoption Cafe from 2022. Let's look at some other Friends ones. Here's one. This is, what did I buy this one for? Oh yes, for an arcade game, because it looks a bit like Super Mario Kart, doesn't it? But a bit Friends eyes, but that's really nice. That's from the 41709 Vacation Beach House from 2022 as well, which has a very nice banana boat in it. So yeah, maybe I can use other ones as well. That welcome sign looks quite good actually. A rug, could use that. Some blinds maybe. Yeah, not too bad. Then another Friends set we've got is this one. And I bought this one purely for the skateboard in the middle there. Yes, because I collect all the pattern skateboards, as you will probably know. So this came from 41702, Canal Houseboat from 2022. And I can't see the skateboard on there, but I assure you it is in that set, as shown in the second picture. So I'll need a purple skateboard piece to attach this to, and I've probably got a spare. If not, I'll have to stick it on the list. But apart from that, I don't really like many of these stickers at all. Maybe the wood one, but that's about it. But anyway, I've got an addiction, as we've covered already, so I just had to have that. There we go. Then check that out. That's not a sheet you see every day, is it? If I'm going to do a skate park, I'm going to need some huge Gravity Games stickers for all of my skate ramps. So, well, there you go. I've got them now. And these ones, and some basic sort of grip tape type stickers for some skateboards. Probably won't need to use that. I think that one's supposed to go on a skateboard actually. Oh, and that one. Yeah, so I've got loads of good stickers here on this sheet from 3537 Skateboard Vert Park Challenge from 2003. So I'd be surprised if many stores have got that. And it's absolutely pristine. Why wouldn't you use that? Oh, I just don't understand it. Then we've got some Ninjago sets. So this one is from the Ninjago City Docks, isn't it? Yeah, 70657, which is a set that I'm not going to buy. So essentially, and it's because it's quite expensive and it's the least exciting of all the Ninjago City sets, in my opinion. I mean, never say never, but I'm not planning to. But what I really did like about that was the Junkbot game, arcade game. So I need those two stickers at least for that. I think there's some other ones on another sheet I've got already. And there's another billboard there. So I think they'll all get used in my Ninjago City, regardless of whether I have that set or not. So that's very good. Also, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4 times. They were crazy cheap. I just had to get them. And I've had this concept poster before. It's even on my mall vinyl record store window, but I could do with more in the city, I suppose. If something was sold out somewhere, it's sold out everywhere. Then we've got the Sons of Garmadon kind of, billboard, advert, sign, whatever you want to call it there. So I could probably use more than one of those as well. You know, have repeats all over the place, or even have 4 right next to each other, making a really big billboard. But what I really liked about this and why I bought 4 of them was because we had this sort of mass transit system map, which I really liked. It looks very sort of Tokyo to me, so I thought that would be great on several stops in that section of the city, or maybe subsection of the room, really. I'm thinking of having it a bit apart from the main city, just so you have to fly to get there or something like that. And we've even got a nice keypad, or... Oh, is that to sort of beep into the mass transit system? Oh, so even better. Very good. And those, presumably, the centre comes out. Yeah, it looks like it. And that goes on a round tile or something. And it almost looks like a safe door or a huge wheel or goodness knows what. So, yeah, ideas for that. Fantastic. And it only gets better from here, actually. Check out that sheet. Wow. So that is from 70670, Monastery of Spinjitzu from 2019. And I absolutely love these graffiti, or sort of murals, I suppose. Which way up are they? It's hard to tell. Oh, I think they're this way up. I was on it upside down. There we go. Yes. So it's sort of almost telling a story, a mythical story. And we've got 2 more on these pillars. Now, I thought they look very much like graffiti, but also very much like tattoos. So I thought if I did a tattoo parlour, you know, they always have all of this sort of artwork that they use on people's skin as kind of wall art, don't they? So if I had this all over the wall and then I had a guy doing a tattoo, then that'd be quite cool. Very un-Lego in a way. They'd never do a tattoo artist, but I think that'd be really good fun. And some of the series minifigures have tattoos, don't they? Like the punk rocker and stuff. So I think that'd work really well. And I'd really like these 2 stickers, which you just put on a white glass piece, you know, the 4x6 sort of window in white. And then it looks like a very interesting piece of, well, I suppose the sort of rice paper walls or whatever they're made of. Yeah, with a sort of really nice pattern. That's almost like a Celtic symbol, that one. And that's definitely very Japanesey, I think. But they look lovely on that set. So I hadn't noticed them first of all, but I'm really looking forward to using them as well now. Again, probably in that Ninjago City. Lovely, lovely sticker sheet. And then last but not least, well, maybe least, but last, I've got this one, which has just got loads of good adverts for, again, leaving all over the place in my Ninjago City. 70607. The Ninjago City Chase is where these came from in 2017. So sort of ones that you can use on the market, and this yellow one I quite like, sort of multicoloured. And I have to work out whether they're that way up or that way up, or, well, whatever. I'll have to get my Ninjago to English dictionary out to find which way up they are, because otherwise I'll get complaints, no doubt. So I think that, no, I think that might be it. Yeah, who knows? But anyway, I'll check that out first so I don't make a mistake. And that is it. What a load of stickers. What a load of lovely parts. I'm really looking forward to piecing together the yellow wagon. I'm really looking forward to considering where to put this. We know where this shrimp guy will go, and then lots of stickers to actually promote a bit of thought about alien cantinas, because that doorway that I kind of mocked up before looks very, very interesting indeed. So I think that might be a bit of inspiration for that build. So yeah, absolutely loads to be getting on with here. But thanks very much again to Sally for sending in those additional parts. You're very generous to be sending me a third package if you are planning to still with just the winder. That is incredibly kind of you. It's very hard getting all of these different parts for one thing in one place. So yeah, I empathise with all of that effort that you're going through. So yeah, what a lovely haul. Brilliant. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome brick hauls. Do also subscribe to the main channel, Robin Hood Bricks, to see all of these pieces in future builds. And if you value these channels, then do remember to support me by checking out the links in the description below. You'll be very glad to hear that this channel is now monetized, or you won't be because you've just had to wade through some adverts, but I'd never put them on in the middle of the video because that's just far too annoying. But yeah, we finally got there, got the 4,000 watch hours on the 6th haul. So yeah, this is the number 7th in its new home. Wonderful. So next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll hopefully be squeezing in a build before the next update on the building progress of the new Lego room for Brick Nottingham 2.0. And then next week, we'll be doing another haul, of course, on this channel. So until all of that, see you! So looking forward to putting this in the harbour. Fantastic.